Hello. How many? Well, it's so nice to see everybody. Thank you for coming on and joining us today. Our topic we're going to be talking about, we're going to try to stay focused on back to work COVID-19. But first, what I want to do is I want to introduce ourselves. I want to introduce myself as I'm president of Centro Servicios Comunitarios, and our focus is supporting small businesses. And with that, we are working with, collaborating with labor and industry so we can make sure that we get information out to all the businesses that need support on, do they have a safety plan on the idea of opening? And what I want to hear, we don't have any answers here. All we have are questions and share the idea. I know some of you have a plan as to, when you open your business, what are the precautions that you're going to take? If anybody wants to give some good points, this is a time where we're going to have, there's a lot of comadres on today, and I know a lot of you guys like to share and talk and talk about, different ideas, share ideas with other business, Latinas in business and women, young entrepreneurs in business. So, and I know there's a time that we want to be able to help everybody, and that's what I'm here, is to be able to basically give all the resources that LNI has to offer. And so with that said, I want to introduce myself. My name is Berta Alicia, and I want to be able to have everybody in a row, maybe volunteer as to who's on board and who do you represent, what do you want to get out of these table talks, charlas. So I'll pick on somebody to be it first. Will be Kayla. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Kayla Alanis. I am the owner of Casa Wholesale in Yakima. I was closed for 3 months due to COVID, and I've been able to sustain a cleanly environment for the past 32 days.
So Kayla,
to elaborate how I've been able to do that.
Just tell us what are your safety precautions? Let's say I go visit Casa Wholesale, and what are your
okay, so I have 3,600 square feet, and I deemed it the most safe that at any point in time I only allow 20 guests in the warehouse. I do open both sides of my warehouse. So my warehouse has these 42-foot garage doors that I keep open at all times to circulate airflow. With that, we've had to MacGyver ways to maintain cleanliness, because things like Clorox wipes, disinfectant is very, very scarce. We found alternative ways to do that, which is home remedies. Family and friends have showed me or sent me different links, and they've sent me different ways to be able to do that at a cost-effective way. One of the biggest things that I've taken away from customers and guests is our ability to provide them gloves. I know a lot of the elderly men and women who come into the warehouse, they really appreciate that, because I can't hear you.
Remind me to share with all of you, there's an organization, before we hang up, that they're providing masks to businesses, and I even think some thermometers. So remind me to get you those links to you, because there are resources out there for a lot of businesses. Go ahead, Ken. You want to go ahead, and then Kayla will come back to you.
Yes, Alicia, this is Ken Matson. I'm part of CSC Yakima in the outreach area. I'm also a SCORE chapter chair. SCORE stands for Senior Corps of Retired Executives, and we're a national network of volunteers that also want to help businesses get started and or stay in business. And so we have we are funded by the SBA, Small Business Administration, and we've been busy here helping businesses get the different loans the government has been making to help businesses pay their employees, and in some cases, free money. So I'm excited to work with everybody, and we're working hard for you.
Okay, anybody want to volunteer next?
Hi, this is Erica Ochoa. I'm from the Yakima Health District. I'll just go ahead and introduce myself. I'm a
Hi,
community
Erica.
health specialist. Hi, and I'm working with the COVID response team. I've been doing more of my work with the Spanish community, Spanish businesses, to kind of explain the different phases we've come in, whether it was why you're closed or now how to open up properly. So I'm here to answer some of the questions you may have, or at least take them down and refer back to our agency as we're starting to get new questions as we're entering this modified phase 1.
Great, thank you, Erica. Anybody else want to volunteer next?
So I'm Cynthia Hernandez, and I am a part of Centro de Servicios, and I am the Director of Operations. I am the one kind of building these, we are all building these workshops to kind of get an idea for everybody to kind of see what the need is, especially, I know this is new to everybody, the pandemic that we're going through, so we're kind of wanting to get our feedback on what our community is going through, what our small businesses are going through, because as you may all know, nobody knows what to do during this time on certain procedures and operations and safety plans and things of that nature. And I know some people do have a safety plan, which are everyone's required to have, but especially, does anybody have a safety plan for COVID or any type of pandemic like this? So which is why we created these workshops, and we'll continue to have these workshops each quarter to kind of let everybody know each phase how we're here to help with the Department of Labor and Industries and what people don't know. So our first workshop today, I kind of wanted to get the feedback from the community and from small local businesses to kind of see, like, hey, what are you guys struggling with? What is it, something that is keeping you guys afloat? How are we here to help you? Because we have the resources that we have from different departments and different organizations, and we're here to help you. So all we want to hear is, hey, what do you guys need? How can we refer you in any way, or how can we help you? We kind of want to be the solution. If we don't have the answers, we're going to get you the answers, and we're going to share that information with, it could be the Department of Labor and Industries, or it could be through the Yakima Health Department with Erica, or things of that nature, or somebody that is fit for that particular expertise in that area. So that's why we're all gathered here today. So I kind of just want to let everybody introduce themselves, tell me a little bit about your business, your struggles, your success during this time, and how can we be of an assistance to you guys, which is why we're here. So that's me. I'm Cynthia. I'm a part of the Centro de Servicios team, along with Stephanie. Stephanie?
Yes, I am here.
Do you have anything to say? She's a part of our team.
So Yes, I am the office manager, and I just assist with, like, if you guys have any questions, I can direct you in the right direction. If you guys need, like, dates, I can give you handouts, anything for your businesses. Go ahead and email me or call. I am here to help you. Yeah, I'm just here for support for everyone.
So let's see, who else do we have on in?
Robin, there you're it, Robin.
So my name is Robin Stafford, and I am with the Washington Hospitality Association. So we also are a resource. We support businesses in the hospitality industry, whether you're a restaurant, a bar, a hotel. We actually are your advocates at the state and local government levels. So we fight on the issues that affect your business every day in this state. We also have a lot of resources, whether it be cost savings programs that are only available to a hospitality association member, everything from credit card processing to business insurance. We save our members a ton of money in those areas. We also have allied members that are doing discount supplies for all your PPE equipment. And then we also have all of your resources for reopening with COVID. We work directly with the governor's office, so we know a lot about what's coming out, and we're the first ones to get the information out to our members so that we can make sure that we're helping them with all their compliance issues.
Nice, great. So Robin, do you guys have, let's just say, for example, a restaurant's on board and you guys have a safety plan in place, or you could help them, assist them? Is that?
Yes, we already have done all the work on that. So we have the safety plans. You just have to print it off, put your business information in it, and you're good to go.
Wonderful. Robin, can you put your information, phone number and stuff on the chat so I can get those things?
Absolutely. Yeah. And I can also give you the Washington Hospitality website. So we have one website for everyone, and then we have one that is members only.
Gotcha.
So I can give you our general website.
Yeah. Cynthia and Stephanie are both, recording all this. We have a report to do, and so we need to be able to capture all this good information in writing as well as, in recording.
Sharing ideas, Erika?
Yes?
Yes. Oh, which Erika? There's two.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right. Erica Ochoa and Erika Hernandez, I should say. Go ahead.
Who?
Hernandez.
Erica with
Erica Hernandez. I am the office manager for AJ Security. We currently have 2 contracts running, one with Memorial Hospital and the other with IHS, the Indian Health Agency out of Toppenish. I also do some of their HR stuff, so I'm here looking for information regarding COVID and, like you said earlier, the process or a handbook kind of thing set up for a pandemic. We have just generalized information, but nothing for something like this. So I'm here looking for more information regarding that. The HR spectrum, other than that, AJ Security.
Great, awesome. Lena?
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Lena Alvarez. I'm a native of Yakima, Washington, except I've relocated to Southwest Washington. I still do quite a bit of work. I'm in financial planning and have been doing this for 20 years now, and have a good, group of clients, and of course my roots are all still in Eastern Washington. So, if there are business owners there are looking for resources and information on the CARES Act and things that are impacting their employee payroll, there's things that are continuously changing, and there's so many fraudulent programs out there right now that are taking advantage of small business owners. So you want to make sure that when you're going out there and trying to save your business, that you're getting vetted good information. So if you ever have a question on a particular resource out there for your business, if it's not something that I can offer you, I will find it for you, and I will also send it to this team so that they can be the hub of information for you.
Right. So basically, what I'd like is just to have some little charlas conversations, some words of advice as Erica Ochoa from the Department of Health. What kinds of things are now, there's been some people that have been asking me, what if I don't do this right? Who's going to fine me? Who's going to give me a fine? Is that true? Are they fining? Is the police coming out to them, giving them fines? Can you give us some clear information about that? Because there's people that are feared as to, they're going to get a $2,000 fine because they caught a client coming in without a mask.
Yeah, so as far as COVID is concerned, anything related to your business and COVID, we're all practicing and educating. We're all working in an educational capacity. So we're not going to show up and close your business or fine you. That'd be different if it was like a restaurant and you had food negligence and all these other things. So that's separate. That's still part of the health district, like it's always been, your regular inspections. But as far as related to COVID, everyone's still learning about it. So that's why we're here. So if you genuinely have a concern like, hey, I'm gonna get ready to open up my business, I'd love a walkthrough or some feedback as to if I'm doing this okay. We're a small team, but if we're available, I know we did that with a lot of small businesses in the Lower Valley, like carnicerias and panaderias, and they really appreciated that. We were able to give them flyers in Spanish or with very limited wording so that those that don't read English or Spanish can get good visuals as to, okay, there's a picture of someone with a mask on. They're asking me to put a mask on. Or, I always try to keep every customer in mind, not just those that read English or Spanish. So we were able to help some of those businesses by hearing their feedback. So we're here for that. So no, and we've heard that our law enforcement isn't going to go that far either. We're all here to educate. So if we do get calls, what happens is we'll get phone calls from different people saying, oh, I went to this gas station and no one's wearing masks. We're not going to show up and close. We're going to show up and say, hey, according to L&I, all of your employees should be wearing a mask. Is this a barrier for you? Here's a box of masks to help get you by. But this is what's expected of you. Moving forward, please comply with that. When we get more resistance in that matter, that's probably when there's going to be some consequences. But what we're doing right now too is we have a lot of this information on our website, and I can do a screen share to show you where to find that.
Yeah, that would be great.
If it's easy for everyone. And so I just need the host to enable that for me.
Host, can you enable her to
Yes, 1 second.
enable that mi comadre?
We're just wrapping up translating a lot of these, a lot of toolkits for different agencies as well. But like I mentioned earlier, sometimes even a translation can be difficult. And so we're available to like share it in layman's terms, for example. So when you log on to your health district, or even if you just go to the county, by clicking on this red read on, it brings you to our COVID page where you can find everything related to COVID here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to our Safe Start approach, which is where we're at right now. Oops, wrong link. So Yakima County, there we go. And so we are in a modified phase 1. And so this is basically giving you all of the information on that, what modifies phase 1 is. I know today Lillian shared out some updates. There was some miscommunication with certain businesses not understanding if they were able to open or not and at what capacity. So we defined, she explained on the YPAC Wednesday updates that she does that, for example, I don't think anyone is here from wineries or breweries, but just because you're a winery or brewery doesn't mean you can open because you have outdoor seating. You need to be a restaurant. So that means you need to have a menu and you need to have a kitchen. So those who have a kitchen and a menu can do outside seating. Now they're working on fine tuning a lot more of these. For example, certain counties you can open outdoor seating at a certain capacity. And I believe that's where we're working. We're on that same road, because that could also, if we don't put some more measures out there, then it could be easy to have an outbreak, even if you're sitting outside. So this is where you can find what modified phase 1 means. And then once you click on these, it can give you a little bit more information. I know that some people are like, well, where do I fall? Am I especially if it's, if you're not a restaurant or something that falls into here specifically, my retail store, maybe the furniture place that I heard, am I a service? What am I contributing? So once you click on where you're at, you're gonna come to our toolkit. And then here it breaks down basically what modified phase 1 means for this business, hyperlinks to get additional information, and then it's going to break down exactly what we would like all of the services to have. Some of these are very specific to other ones, and a lot of them have the same information on it. Like,
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
So this is specific to Yakima County. I know there's people that have businesses in Yakima County, and they could also be out in the Tri-Cities, or even, you know, Moses Lake, Othello area. Is that specific to the county, or is there going to be, you know, other links off to the side that say, you know, for other districts or other counties?
What I would recommend, this is specifically to Yakima County, is to visit the county-specific health district page.
Okay.
Yeah, but I know Benton Franklin and Yakima counties were both in modified phase 1. Other counties, I'm not aware of, but this is, and we're on, to be clear, we're on the specific road to recovery modified phase 1. I know everyone was excited that we were at 1.5, but we're a modified phase 1. So that's very different from phase 1.5. It's got the very different things, and the biggest difference between them is more for religious and faith-based services, which I don't hear any here, but everything else that we've shared stays the same. So basically here it just talks about giving what the safety measures should be with your employees, what they should be with your customers, what should be, what you should have in your plan that we've already talked about, your health plan. And then at the very end, like what you do with the sick employee. It's very, very specific. And at the very end, we've created a resource list here. So what we're gonna do with this, based on me looking at it, is I'm asking that we can be more specific as to what questions and what resources the health district can help you with, what resources and guidance the chamber can help you with, so that everyone knows who to call and for what, so that there isn't so much of a runaround. Because we are working in collaboration with these agencies. We're working on a campaign that it's kind of like you're going to get like an emblem on your window on your business that says you are COVID ready, that you've gone through this, so that your customers can say, okay, I'm definitely going to shop here. Because I know that I do that. If I go to a coffee shop or something and someone's not wearing a mask, I'm going to be like, you know what, sorry, I changed my mind. I take my health seriously, and I expect other businesses to also do that. So this is to help. And so I want to fine tune this page so that people know where to get assistance and help with. And we can even gladly add your guys' service here if it's something that you guys are interested in for.
Yes, definitely, because our number one is outreach too, is education.
Yeah, so this is basically, like I said, we were just finished translating. We're finishing up on the translations of these, but like you can see, they're lengthy. So I'm not going to go over it, but it's just there. I just wanted to show you guys where they live. So again, you know, once you get to our page here, you're gonna find it off to here to the side. Another one, Safe Start Yakima County. There's gonna be resources available here if you need signs for masking. It's off here to the right. And if you want something more tailored, you can let me know, and we can see what we can do to work on that. I know Alicia mentioned a link to get masks. Our Office of Emergency Operations was also distributing masks to businesses. So that could be another resource. And I believe, let me move this little Zoom thing.
What we're going to try to do is we're going to try to get all those resources, links that businesses can take advantage. So if you could send that way we could post it, that would be great.
And if you can also name the, put the contact information for the mask or any, what is it, hand sanitizer or things of those in the chat.
Definitely.
Yeah, if you could just list the things in the chat, please.
And this is what I was mentioning, the business pledge. This is something that we're working on so that to help with the businesses. So I wonder what happens if I click here. And so Yakima Valley Open and Safe Pledge. So here you go. So these are all the different agencies that are coming together to assist. So think of it as, I think it walks through what you get out of it. Like for those that are visiting Yakima Valley, for example, they're gonna want maybe look for this pledge that I'm gonna go do some shopping or I'm gonna go eat at these restaurants based that are recommended me through, you know, the chamber or Yakima Valley. I know when I visit out of county, I kind of look at websites like that to guide me. And so this is something that I think this is the first step to getting that pledge. And so then here you can see what the what you're pledging to do, which is already the things that you should be doing, that are recommended for you to do, required for you to do, but you're getting the additional support from all these agencies up here, and it's just there to help boost your business.
I like that. I would like to see that if I'm going to go to a restaurant. I know they're taking that second step to be able to say, I agree that I'm going to be, you know, I'm going to make sure that I take the temperature to my employee, my staff, you know, because they're dealing with food.
Yep, so you can find all of that on our website. Again, handouts and printout resources here, our media releases. So if you're like, oh, you know, if you don't follow the media releases online or whatnot, or you're not sure what it was said, you can find them on here too. Testing sites, if you have employees that are you know, interested in getting tested, we still have free testing going on, and this is where you would find those sites to send.
I have a quick question.
Family. What was that?
I have a quick question. So it says businesses are required to sign the pledge. Had I not been a part of this, how would one find out that this is even a requirement?
I don't think I'm understanding. Like, we're not.
So it says the business pledge. All businesses are required to sign a business pledge. So, excuse me, had I not been in this conversation, how would I have found this information out?
So we're working, like I said earlier, we're working on a campaign to make this more known to businesses, because it is hard. People don't know how to find this site. It may seem like common sense, like, okay, COVID, public health related, I'm going to go to our public health website, but it doesn't always it could be hard to navigate. So we're working on with our marketing department, our marketing company, to work in making this more known. It's not required for you to join this. It's once you go here, your work, and you want that seal of approval from all these agencies, then it's required. Does that make sense? Then it's going to be like, okay, I want this sticker on my window, so you're going to agree.
Yeah. I would have just read that, and then I would have saw a requirement and then would have panicked, because it would have been, to me, I would have seen a requirement that I didn't know had I not come on the website or had I not heard it from you firsthand. So yeah, that creates clarity.
Yeah, so this is what that means, and like I said, we're working on that with our marketing partners, along with other clarification on the phases. Right now, that's where we're getting the most. I'm working on doing some recorded Zoom messaging with the Yakima Chamber and the Hispanic Chamber as well. So I've been working with Jessica Camacho on those. So that would be another avenue. I don't know when she posts them. I know she'll be like, hey, Erica, let's record something today. So I think we're working on doing some more recordings for Modified Phase 1 by probably Friday or early next week. So if you don't follow them on Facebook, I would recommend and encourage you guys to do that as well. So that would be another place to get more business specific information.
So it's kind of like your business is like COVID certified, as in cleanliness and things of that nature. So kind of like Arizona, what is it, like each business has it posted, hey, we are B certified of some sort.
Yeah. Or like TripAdvisor, if you want that TripAdvisor sticker, you have to do something with TripAdvisor.
Yeah.
It appeals to certain people. Like I said, it's not a requirement, but we're working at it in a way to like incentivize your business by having this seal. It might appeal to, like, obviously the chamber and other business and these other organizations want the businesses to succeed and get more customers, because it
Is that for all? Is that for all businesses, or just food and hospitality related businesses?
To my knowledge, is to all businesses.
Okay.
And I get it too, because like in Arizona, they're everywhere. So if you go obviously to a restaurant, if you go to a service department, if you go to a nail salon, I'm not sure what the exact verbiage is, but it does state it has a certification. It's like a blue star that it's pretty much like you're COVID certified. You're taking the right precautions. Your business is taking the right precautions of cleanliness and the distancings and things of that nature. Now, is it going to be like a training? Do you guys come in? I mean, is it established, or you guys are currently in the process? Like, what is it, a training that they're going to have to take? Where you guys come and visit the work site? How is that going to play out?
Sure. I honestly I'm not working specifically on this project with them. I'm just kind of doing the translations of some of their English to Spanish. And then once,
Oh, nice.
But I wanted to share it because I thought this was a good platform. So it sounds like you will have the opportunity to have, obviously we're gonna review. It looks like you submit something, and then they're gonna reach out. I believe that this application might be going to the chamber, and the health district will obviously do its part as far as maybe, okay, we're going to review those those safety plans, but then for continual, at what interval, like if it's every 6 months, if it's annual, that I don't know. I can find out more information for you. It looks like the contact for this specifically is Berlin, and her email is right here.
Okay.
Berlin, N at yakima.org. And so we're probably going to be, giving out that technical assistance as far as COVID is concerned. But as far as like helping with the business side of it, it would make sense to me that the chamber and the development association will probably be the ones to assist with that. But don't quote me on that.
Okay.
But yeah, I think Berlin would be a great place to start.
Okay.
As she listed herself here.
Okay. Perfect.
Yes.
That's some good information.
Do you guys have any other questions for me? I do have another meeting, but I could be fashionably late for it if you have any burning questions.
Thank you, Erica, so much for, you know, coming in and educating our business owners. That's what we're about, is outreaching. And again, gracias.
Thank you again for having me. And if you guys get any questions later on, if you guys can write them up and email them to me, I can do my best to help answer those. And then I can, like I said, we're working on doing a Zoom for modified phase 1 for businesses. So as soon as I know when Jess is gonna put that on Facebook, because we're trying to do live ones, but then we don't want to miss the a good time to have it. Your questions, we can use them and answer them on a pre-recorded fashion. So
Okay.
So thank you guys so much.
Okay. Thank you, Erica.
Yep.
That's Erica Ochoa.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
So if there's somebody else that had the opportunity to introduce themselves, please feel free. I know we have some educators here on board, so let's, who else is on Graciela?
So the educators, what are some steps that you guys could take when the kids go back to school? Me being, I have a son who's going to be a kindergartner. What are your thoughts as teachers? What precautions are you going to take, and how are you going to handle the masks if they have to wear masks?
That's going to be up to the school districts. We would like to do a whole lot of other things, but at this point, it's not up to the teachers to decide. I mean, for my classroom, I have an idea of what I would like, but it's up to the districts to give us the money to be able to provide us a safe classroom or safe environment for our students. I myself am a mom, so yes, I would want my daughter to be in a classroom that is she's going to have a great education. At the same time, she's going to be safe. So
one of the questions that arise or that I get, how is my son going to be? He's only 5 years old, 6 years old. There's no way I can barely keep it on for 15 minutes at home. So there's all these little concerns that are rising. And so it's just a matter of talking, and maybe somebody else has an idea. Robin, Ken, what are your businesses?
So I'll say that I really don't deal with anything that has to do with schools. Again, I work with hospitality, so restaurants, bars, hotels. I know children are very difficult to keep their faces covered, and a lot as we prepare to go into schools again. There'll be stuff that comes out from the governor's office. So until that comes out, that will kind of lead the way as to what counties can do within their school districts. But until that comes out, there really isn't any guidelines.
I think a good idea would be to have the children just wear them at home for, maybe just 1 hour at a time during the day, and kind of ramp up to getting, a half day of wearing the mask, and maybe a reward system just to encourage parents to make that a practice at home, so that when they do get to school, that they're used to wearing those masks daily and all day.
I would recommend, because I've actually been making masks on the side.
Oh, nice.
Business owners, and for their children, I've made like Superman ones. I've made boy-related ones. I think keeping something that is child-related versus just a white cloth mask or, the surgicals, I think that you'll go a lot further with kids with ones that are fun.
So, and I wanted to make sure I pointed out to all the who's talking? Go ahead.
Minerva.
Okay.
I would recommend as parents, if you want to make a difference in how your child's classroom looks like, I would call your schools and try to be on a meeting that they are that you can be a part of. If you want to be, that you can be a part of that meeting, or I'm not sure what they call them, or they're calling them.
PTOs.
No, not PTO. They have, I know my district has parents on theirs. They ask parents and teachers and administrators, secretaries, even janitors, because they're the ones who need to keep the schools clean. So if I were you, I would call to see if you can get a committee. Hello. If you can get on that committee, because I know they all have them.
They just
to
had
see,
an East Valley School District wide, for anybody who was a parent, grandparent involved in the school at all, a Zoom meeting yesterday for East Valley. So I know other schools are following suit and doing the same. I just don't know when they're happening.
So I'm not sure if the businesses that we have on have their safety plan, or they have their accident prevention plan.
That's what I wanted to ask. Where the safety plan, is that something that, who came up with that plan? And because when I'm looking, we have our own safety procedures for AJ security. However, we don't have a procedure set in place, or we have our own, but I just don't know if there's one that's from the state, from the governor's office, anything regarding what to do if somebody has a fever. What if they are tested positive? One site will say it's a requirement for them to test negative before they can return. Another one says it's a HIPAA violation to ask somebody to provide a doctor's note. So a bit of confusion on what is.
You have, I mean, Ken, I mean, with being the restaurant industry, what kinds of things are you hearing? I mean, what are the?
So we have a lot of information, such as, requiring guests to wear masks on our website, which I did include that link in there directly to the Washington Hospitality Resource site. You cannot, if a customer refuses to wear a mask, you cannot, if they say it's medical, move any further asking them any questions. You start stepping into a very slippery slope of ADA. And so at that point, you can offer them other suggestions, such as, we would be happy to take your order and deliver it to your car. Unfortunately, without a mask, we can't have you in the dining room.
Good idea. Yeah.
Governors do release. It's not only that you have to wear a mask in restaurants when you're up walking around, but you're also required to keep the mask on unless you're physically eating. So until your food is delivered, even when you're at the table with your family, you have to keep your mask on. So those resources, suggestions on how to deal with difficult customers, things like that, are all available on our website. Again, that is open to everyone in the industry, in the hospitality industry. It is not part of our members only, because we wanted to give as much valid, crucial information to all of the hospitality as we have available to us. So anyone can access that site. There's flyers you can print to put on your door. There's tons of questions, because we do a webinar weekly. And so there's also links to the previous webinars that we've had with the health departments and all of that on there. So you can watch those at your convenience. They're open to everyone. If you are an educator and you have members or customers of yours, you can send them to that website for the information also. It's free to all. The only thing that is not free to all is if you want any part of our savings programs, then you have to be a member. You're muted, Alicia.
Bertha, there you go.
There you go.
What was the website that Erica shared, make sure you guys go in there. That's like coming straight from the horse's mouth, you know. The Department of Health, Department of Labor has lots of resources. If you go in there, there's also a sample plans that you could even just edit your information and put, it's like electronic format. I mean, there's some great posters.
I agree. I think that's important, even if, I mean, for all businesses, I would definitely recommend you contact Barry Lynn from the Yakima Chamber of Commerce to see how your business become COVID certified. Because I know in Arizona, they're like everywhere, and it just kind of more of a secure basis where you feel that your business is a little more clean and taking precautions onto in your business space. So I would definitely take a look at that, is seeing how your business can become COVID certified. So contact Barry Lynn.
I attached also.
Huh?
But one of the links I attached also is so that you can find your own local health department, because not everyone in Yakima.
Good.
So
yes,
you can find your own local health department and what they are recommending for your
business.
Yeah, for your area.
Good.
So
great. Those are cool.
I have members in them all. So
Good.
I have information for all counties on this side of the mountain up to Spokane. So I cover everything from, we go by legislative districts, and I cover 6 legislative districts. So I have the largest territory with the most cities in it. So I can also get valid information for your communities directly.
I had a situation, a family come in, and I wanted to share that with Lena, where they came in and they needed health care, life insurance. And they had just got the life insurance when they had been affected by the COVID, and the husband had passed away, and they just wanted to thank God that somebody introduced them to be able to get life insurance. And so that's one of the things that we wanted to make sure, that the idea here is sharing resources, outreaching to people that don't get this information. So basically, I just want, each and every one of you on our next video, is because we only have a few more minutes left, to invite somebody on our next one. Let us know what kind of stuff that you guys want to be able to talk about, because we want to make sure that we're getting the correct resource information, not from mi comadre, mi compadre. We need to get it from the
I have a
person.
suggestion. For things like what type of insurance should I have, because I had insurance on my business, and when I closed and I went to my insurance company, they said, well, you're not covered for pandemic crisis.
That is correct.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, okay, I had to have known that I had to get an extra insurance for the event of a pandemic. And she explained it to me like, you have homeowners insurance, but you don't have flood insurance. That's an additional thing that you have to add. And how was I supposed to know that? So maybe somebody who can help, and somebody who's versed in that type of contract insurance background would be really helpful, I think.
Great.
I do think that when you, as a business owner, when you think about all the risks that you take on as a business owner, different insurance policies take a different role. So when you think about, as a business owner, I need to cover the building. I need to have liability in case somebody trips over, a wire in my building. If it, catches fire. If something if I get sued personally, if I offer a service, do I have insurance on my license to, like, I don't know, if you're a doctor, you have to have insurance on your license to be a doctor. So you need to make sure of what are the potential risks, not to be like glass half full negative Nelly, but there always going to be that one situation where you feel like you should have had that. It's like when we all say, well, we've had car insurance for 10 years, and then you cancel it and then someone steals your car. So it's one of those things that it's the necessary evil. So when you look at insurance as a business owner, you got to look at what are the potential risks. And so when it comes to lives and incomes, financial situations, then you talk to somebody that's a financial planner, because they also have insurance licenses. When you think about tangibles, where it comes to, or liabilities for events, it's a bond license, it's a property and casualty, a State Farm agent could do something of that nature. So it just depends on what it is, what the risk is that you're trying to cover.
And on insurance, I can tell you that is one of our biggest savings for our members. Their savings on just their business insurance, 9 times out of 10, is 4 times their investment into being a member. So our average member saves over 36% of their current policy and gets better coverage with the hospitalities.
That's great.
Huge savings, huge.
Alicia?
She's on mute again.
Yeah, she has.
Yeah.
A resource that I found here the last day or so from the Labor and Industries people, when just searching their newsletter, I just posted in the chat. It's called Rebound and Recovery Org, and it's a toolbox, and so I invite people to take a look at that. There's, you know, they have again signs and different things that your PDFs you can print off. But I thought it was a pretty good place to just, you know, it's big enough you can't read all the things that they have right away. So it's a resource.
What website is it, Ken, again?
It's called Rebound and Recovery.org, and it has to do with the labor and industries here in our state.
Oh, okay, okay.
We added it to the chat so everyone can see in the group chat.
Yes.
The link.
Is there, can you, yeah, let's see that. Cynthia, post.
It's on there.
I put it up already,
yeah.
Alicia. So just people can just copy it.
In the chat, if you look in the chat.
I don't know what the chat, oh, there it is. Okay. Okay. It's just too many instructions for this, but I like it. I'm liking it. It's just, I want to be able to have everybody feel comfortable to be able to ask any questions, share ideas, you know, outreach, to be able to educate and be the best of the best businesses and spread knowledge is power. So, well, with that said, I think we're going to have to call it quits. I want to thank everybody for coming on, and we'll let you know when the next one is. So with that,
November 18th will be our next workshop. And from what I got out of today's workshop is I believe everybody should have a pandemic safety plan alongside an actual safety plan for your, it's actually required to have for your business, but a lot of people don't realize that. I will take, if you guys just leave your emails and info in the chat, I will personally, I believe there's one on the LNI website about a safety plan. I'll send it over to you guys. And then if you guys have questions, just call us.
Yeah, send me the copy of that pandemic safety plan.
Okay.
And then can I have a suggestion for a possible future group?
Yes.
Sure, that's what we're talking about.
So, like right now, I know we have Lena on the phone. I'd like to ask some questions regarding insurance. I know we have Kayla on the line, who's a small business owner for home goods. I'd like to ask her some questions, just like a free-for-all, like, oh, how...
Yeah, that's what it is. We still have 6 minutes.
The Q&A.
Yeah, feel free to ask questions right now.
Yeah.
Well, no, but I'm just saying like a specific group for that, where it's kind of like a free-for-all. We have a lawyer in here, can I ask you a question? And we have a teacher on here, can I ask you a
Well,
question?
that's going to be the next ones as we come up. Right now, is we wanted to be able to get the ideas. Does everybody have a plan on opening their business with the COVID pandemic, you know, safety rules? You know, so that's the outreaches.
And as unfortunately with us educators, we're on a waiting basis because we don't know what's going to happen. Yes, we have 8 options, A, B, and C, but to say what is our plan, what I wish we could do, and what's going to happen is 2 different things. So that's, you know, one conversational chat room we could have too for everybody, because everybody, not just if you're an educator or not, you have children that attend schools. So
thank you everybody for coming on and giving the input. I want to be able to have all that interaction. Don't be shy. So
Thanks for putting this together, Cynthia and Bertalicia.
Yes.
I think it's important that we again, you said knowledge is power. So I think it's important that we take, there's so much information that everyone has shared that I feel like I can take back even to, you know, Clark County and Southwest Washington. So I appreciate everyone's knowledge and their willingness to be part of this solution.
Yes. And Stephanie, you have somebody next to you. I'm sorry, I accidentally left you out. I don't want to, you want to introduce yourself? You're a pretty little model back there. We have to include everybody, all the comadres. These are called Charlas. So
Thank
go
you.
ahead.
My name's Brittany. I'm just here supporting my friend Stephanie.
Nice.
Sure.
Hi, Brittany. Thank
Go ahead,
you.
say it again. Shouldn't hear you. My name's Brittany. I'm just here supporting Stephanie. We're good friends.
Well,
Okay.
now's the
Great.
time if anybody wants to exchange contact info, if you guys want to share any information, network with each other, get some different ideas. Now's your time. That's the whole purpose of these. At kind of at the end of the workshops, I want everybody to I guess we have to network virtually. So
Yeah. I see Lena's info. I've been trying to get on hold of her because I need to transfer my insurance insurance information.
Oh,
I see yours. I see Lena's info in there.
She's great.
Oh, that's right, Lena. I have insurance questions for you.
Oh,
Sure.
wow.
And
Nice.
Robin,
I did
this
try
has nothing to do. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was trying to screenshot everyone's links that they shared, but the security on this doesn't allow you to. So if you guys would post it on your website, so that we can go back to it and refer to it.
Okay.
Okay.
And
Great.
Robin, this has nothing to do with anything, but I noticed your flowers up on the ceiling. Are they in cups?
They're in wire baskets. So when I'm not working, I relax by making floral arrangements and wreaths. And I'm a crafter. So that's why they're all hanging up there, because they're easier to find by color.
Okay. Lena, there's an idea for your girls.
Oh, trust me, we've got craft summer happening at our house.
Yeah.
So cool.
Okay, well, thank you, everybody.
Okay, so I want you guys to keep posted. Make sure you guys go to our website, cscyakima.com. We're going to have post a lot of information. There's a lot of contracts that are out for businesses you need to go to the Yakima County Association. There's the PP CARES packet that they extended it. So there's lots of good information. If you contact, like Erika said, go to their website, the Yakima, Greater Yakima Chamber of Commerce. So with that said,
if you want to reach out if
adios.
you have any questions and you don't know where to begin, feel free to contact us. CSC, Centro de Servicios. Our phone number is 509-225-9921. Even if it's just a thought, an idea, if you want to open a business, you don't know where to begin, you have questions, concerns, safety plans, anything that has related to do with business, we're here to help. Reach out to us.
So for the next one, just invite another friend that has a business. That would be great. That way we can continue.
Bye. Thank you,
having these
everybody.
Free workshops. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.